The science shows us that more than 70% of our decisions are driven by emotion, and we make many of our decisions with our hearts, not our minds, metaphorically speaking anyway. But what really drives our emotions are brain chemicals, so it is technically our mind. These chemicals that I'm talking about, they're happy chemicals. They're the ones that influence our mood. And there are three in particular that define whether we feel motivated or rewarded or connected to a brand. The first of these chemicals is serotonin, the well-being hormone. And serotonin flows when you feel significant or important. So being praised for a job well done or thanked for a bit of business will boost your serotonin levels. Next is dopamine, the reward hormone. This one feels great. It's that high you get when you're rewarded or you achieve a great goal. It motivates us to set new goals because it's really addictive feeling. And the last of these three hormones, and probably the most important for loyalty, is oxytocin, the relationship hormone. This is the loyalty hormone that we use for social bonding to build strong, lasting relationships. So regular reward and recognition, showing empathy to your customers, compassion, showing them that you genuinely care about them, that's what gets the oxytocin flowing. So how do we get these three important chemicals to work in our customers? Turn customer service into a great customer experience. So what's the difference between customer service and customer experience? Well, customer service is something that you provide. It's advice and help that you give. It's how you react to your customers. It's a reactive thing, how you react to their needs. Customer experience, on the other hand, is about being proactive. It's about the customer's perception of you and how they feel about your brand or your company. Thing is, a lot of companies think they're pretty good at it. In fact, a Bain & Co survey said that 80% of companies claim to deliver superior customer experience, but when they went and talked to the customers, only 8% agreed that the customer service or customer experience was superior. Because employee engagement is inextricably and directly linked to customer loyalty. If your employees are bored or disengaged, your customers won't want to deal with them. Create wow moments to set yourself apart from your competition as well. That leads me on nicely to our second key point, which is to make sure that rewards are appropriate and relevant. And you may not know everything about every single one of your customers, but if you really want to get those happy chemicals flowing, think about how you can thank your customers when they do something great and encourage them towards the preferred behaviors that you want as a business. Badly designed incentives can be really counterproductive, so the value of rewards needs to be right. If you're selling a high value product, then the reward needs to be relevant. It's no point offering a £10 gift card for a huge piece of business. It's more likely to be an insult than incentive. And the wrong type of reward generally can be damaging in all sorts of different ways. Don't assume that you know what people want. Sending a bottle of wine to someone who doesn't drink can be demotivating at best. One of the worst and most common mistakes that we see companies is trying to build loyalty based on discounts or rebates, but it's so counterproductive. Unless your business model is specifically geared around stack it high, sell it cheap model, discounts are damaging to your brand, they're damaging to your margin. Don't reward with cash. It's the easiest thing for your customers to copy as well, and it's a race to the bottom. It devalues your offering, and it's expensive. And the worst part of all is discounts become expected. Your customer's always going to want that discount. Next, sort of rationalize your rewards. So many companies have got lots of different promotions and initiatives running at any time. A TV for a sales promotion, some vouchers over here for a referral, a bottle of bubbly for an idea. And individually, none of these things are necessarily very inspiring. They're not going to grab people's attention from the day-to-day slog of business. But what if you gave your customer the chance to earn a reward that they really, really want, something that's meaningful to them? And in order to get it, they've got to give you 2 or 3 different behaviors. In our platform, we use points to do this, but it can be done in lots of imaginative ways. Next, offer choice. So many loyalty programs these days offer choice, but the best ones offer sort of carefully curated range of rewards to allow people to set their own goals, chase their own rewards, and again, find something that's meaningful to them. So don't assume that your audience will want an iPad just because they're the right demographic. What if they've already got an iPad? If they're the right demographic, they've either already bought one or they don't want one. And the only people who are going to benefit are Apple or eBay when they sell it on. So now through great customer experience and in those enticing rewards that we've developed, we've got our customers' attention. Now we want to use this platform to our advantage, this attention to our advantage. So encouraging open and honest communication with customers is really important. It's important with any relationship. So why should customers be any different? And so often we're really keen to get our messaging out to customers, but we don't always stop and ask for feedback, and we certainly don't ask for it continuously. And if I came in from work every day and spouted on about how great my day was and what had happened to me and blah, blah, without asking my other half how her day had gone, I'm pretty sure she'd get tired of it sharpish and she would let me know. But customers don't always let you know. So this open and honest communication with customers catches problems early and in a controlled environment. So you're not the first you hear about it isn't on social media, for example. You shouldn't just assume that just because you create great content that your customers will naturally engage with it. You need to create an environment where learning just happens. People stumble across learning opportunities. And a good loyalty program should give you a solid base to educate your customers too. We see much higher levels of engagement on platforms like ours than we do on company extranets, for example, because there's something in it for the customer. We brought them there with those enticing rewards, and now we've got an opportunity to communicate with them and teach them. And it's important to give that knowledge freely. That famous quote, "Give and you shall receive," is never more apt than when it comes to a loyalty program. And the secret ingredient is simply consistency. If you've got a well-structured and well-planned out loyalty program, you will be consistent. And that consistency builds trust and positive expectation with your customers. 1, create great customer experiences to lay down the foundations for loyalty. 2, give rewards and recognition that are relevant and timely to get your customers' attention. 3, use that attention to communicate your messages and educate your customers on the value that you provide. And 4, be consistent to build trust and get that oxytocin flowing.